So, hoe gaan dit? Pastor Jay Nell here from Pastor at Everything. Pastor at Everything is a channel that strives to give you tips and tactics to help you seize the moments in your life so that you live and enjoy a life that Christ gave you to glorify Him. And that's what we're all about. You see, we get asked many questions as pastors, and some of the answers are difficult and some of the answers are very good. But one of the questions, and that's what I want to cover in this episode, is a person that asked me the other day, Pastor, how do I get through a difficult situation? How do I get through this difficult season or time of my life? And this can be anything. It can be unemployment, it can be death of a loved one, it can be something that just comes out of nowhere and booms, hits you right in the face, and then you sit in this situation. What should you do? Well, in this short video, I want to give you 3 tips that help me to get through difficult situations in my life. So let's get into it. So, we get this guy called Paul. Paul is an apostle of Jesus Christ, and he finds himself in a difficult situation in Philippians chapter 1 verses 12 to 14. And in these few verses, he's going to give us a few tips and tactics how we can overcome any situation. Because you see, Paul is in prison in these verses, and so he's going to help us to come out of any difficult situation. Number 1, don't let the situation overwhelm you. You have to overwhelm the situation. We see Paul saying clearly, and in verse 12 he says, I want you to know, brothers, that what has happened to me has served actually to advance the gospel. So he's actually saying the situation is not getting me down. I'm actually winning the situation, because you see, God sometimes places us in strategic places, and we should ask ourselves, God, what do you want me to learn in this situation, or what can I provide others in this situation? And so you should always realize, win the situation, overcome the situation, instead of letting the situation overcoming you. So that's tip number 1 that really strengthened me to help me realize I have to overcome the situation. Yes, I'm in it, but I'm not going to let the situation overwhelm me. I'm going to ask myself, what can I do in this situation right now? And how can I spread the message of Jesus? Or how can I live this Christ-exalting life in the situation that I'm in at the moment? Tip number 2 is your reasons and values should be in line with your faith in Jesus Christ. We clearly see Paul in verse 13 say the following. He says, everybody knows in prison, everybody knows of my imprisonment, and it is for Jesus Christ that I'm in prison. And so he's clearly stating his reasons for being in prison is Jesus Christ. But you see, if Paul's values were in line with something else, I don't think he would have been so encouraged to state that he is in prison for Jesus. You see, many motivational speakers will tell you your values and your reasons should be in line with each other, so that will bring you forward, that will take you forward into success in life. But if your values are not in line with your reasons, then you will suffer, you won't grow. And I want to preface this by saying, if your values and your reasons are not in line with your faith in Jesus Christ, I don't think you will get through a difficult situation. For Paul here, he's even evangelizing the gods. He's not letting the situation overcome him. He's overcoming the situation, like we said in point 1. But now his values and his reasons are in line with his faith in Jesus Christ, and that is motivating him to even evangelize the gods, evangelize Caesar's household where he's imprisoned, or the cell that he's in. So he's even using this opportunity to spread the message of Jesus. So that's tip number 2 to help you get through your difficult situation, is make sure your values and your reasons are in line with your faith in Jesus Christ. And then the third and the final tip that we see Paul give us here is he says, just share your feelings and talk with other brothers and sisters to motivate them. You see, you go through difficult situations and sometimes you get through them, but you can also help other people go through their difficult situations. And in giving advice sometimes, and also speaking to them, you sometimes get the answer that you are looking for. Because we clearly see Paul saying in verse 14, he says, even the brothers that are with me in jail, they have been encouraged, and even those outside of jail have been encouraged to speak boldly about Jesus Christ, more boldly than before. And so what is Paul trying to convey here? He's saying, you know what? If you share your experiences with another person, if you share your feelings with other people, you will get encouraged as well. You know that old saying, if you want to know something, teach it to someone else. Well, that is definitely the thing here. If you want to grow and you want to come through your difficult situation, start speaking to someone about it. Start speaking to other people and tell them what you have seen worked in your situation thus far, and you will start to realize, hey, I can use this. I want to give you this story. When I was going through my difficult time in my life, where I didn't even want to get out of bed in the morning, I met up with my friend one day and we just started talking, and he started talking about a situation, and I didn't even tell him I was going even through this difficult time, and he was telling me about his difficult situation, and in the process I started to give him advice. And for a moment in this discourse, I just stopped for a moment and realized, hey, I'm giving him advice, but the advice I'm giving him, I can even apply to myself. I can use it as well. And I started to use that advice that I gave him, and this helped me to get out of my situation. So tip number 3 is very important. Share your feelings, share your experiences with other people, because you're going through this difficult time. You know what you're going to experience. You know the feelings that are involved. Share it with other people so that they can also grow and get out of that difficult situation. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Can you do me a favor? Can you hit like and subscribe this channel, this page, to share with your friends, also to help them when they're going through a difficult time? It will be so much appreciated, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.